Hello and welcome to Fins. This is the game between the two best players to play this game, Sir Louis and Mephi. And we already have one Fins from them. I know I've uploaded that a couple of months ago. I'm not actually sure if I uploaded this one. Gonna find out. Maybe I won't. But this should be a really good game. Got Sir Louis going Cybran, second air, 7 P-gens. And Sir Louis was always really good at spreading out these P-gens and not really worrying about the adjacency. He's worried more about where his ACU would be standing, how he'd be building. It looks like a Mantis, aggressive Mantis from Sir Louis. Meanwhile, we see Mephi rushing the Hydra, so completely different build order, but very heavy with land, so land versus air, and Hydra versus Pigeons. Of course, when you go to the Hydra, you are vulnerable to raids, but if you do it with ACU, that really counters the raid. But if you move your ACU, you do lose a little bit of the early build capacity. Sir Louis really going for that early build capacity to get that air. So second air and a single NG to the Hydra, very exposed Hydra. But since he did send a man to send a scout in that direction, he knew there was nothing going in that direction. The direction being the lower choke point. Let's see, through the top we got a couple Manti and a scout. Sir Louis really controlling where anybody can come through. And of course you gotta get those rocks. He's got an NG. Grabbing the reclaim. Similar for Mephi. Mephi already gone with the third land factory. An NG on power, and here comes Mephi. Could be in trouble with the Mantis that already has one kill rolling in and no defense. This could be big problems for Mephi. He is gonna lose at least one NG. That's gonna prevent at least one land factory. Here comes a mech marine. And this Mantis from Sir Louis, absolutely brutal. See multiple mech marines are going to try to chase it down. Meanwhile, elsewhere, no problems for Sir Louis. This Mantis does the damage, 4 kills and gets out of there. ACU for Mephi, and Sir Louis doing the unusual. He is going to face a Mephi in the ACU, and here comes a scout or a raider. He's going to be killed by Mephi. And a gesture from Sir Louis. So Sir Louis, besides that Mantis, already raiding with air as well. So absolute, yeah, this is devastation from Sir Louis. It's probably what happens when you don't raid him hard enough. He goes after you. And ACU on ACU is going to prevent Mephi's ACU from doing anything crazy. Meanwhile, this gesture, already with 2 kills, is going to deny 1 mask extractor. Whole bunch of flag for Mephi, and this is tech 2 from Mephi. So this is pretty crazy now. We're seeing pillars here, minute 5. Quick tech 2 from Mephi, but Sir Louis is in big control in terms of map. He's got total control over his side, and you can see 4 mask extractors denied by his units. And also he's got a gesture that just might get him one of these islands. Actually, he's got multiple gestures. He's going to try to take both islands. Meanwhile, Mephi's ACU is going to be forced into the water. Superior numbers together with Sir Louis' ACU, although here is a force from Mephi through the other choke point. And here comes the Tech 2 in support of the ACU. Mostly pillars. So Mephi sitting on 3 factories, no air, and a single Tech 2. Looks like all the units are going to go back to the bottom choke point. Mephi comes out of the water. Looks like Mephi is going to try to use this U to hold down this choke point. That was a nice overcharge from Mephi. On the other side, this is just Tech 1 versus Tech 2. This should be a big victory for Mephi. And he needs a victory right now because he is at a disadvantage. You can see that there is also Tech 2 for Sir Louis. So Sir Louis responded very quickly. Tech 2 land factory is not actually making anything with it yet. We might see the hoplite. Yeah, the hoplite is going to be the choice. But here come the pillars. They will be outranged by the hoplite. Point defense for Sir Louis. Mephi still in the water. And engineers to either side from Sir Louis. Tech 2, yeah, preventing all these Manti. Although numbers for Manti. Here comes a shield as well from Mephi. Oh, look at the kills on some of these pillars. They're going to be pretty huge. But here come the hoplites. The other side very secure from Sir Louis. Mephi avoids him, and looks like Mephi is going to go on attack with his ACU. Meanwhile, Sir Louis also going to attack. Some great raiding once again from Sir Louis. And Jesters are back in it. They're going to try to go after the Hydra. And that's going to be very important for Mephi because he is using shields. So his power could be quite low. And the hoplites, it's all going to be about micro. Huge range on these. Mephi's going to slide behind the mountains, going to kill off the mask extractor, probably reunite with ACU. Sir Louis retreating with ACU. And Jester still very much killing with impunity. Killing off Raider and mask extractors. No upgrading of mask extractors yet, just the hoplite spam. And the Tech 2-4 is getting larger and larger for Sir Louis. Mephi using his ACU up front, trying to protect his Tech 2-4, although it's running into Sir Louis' ACU, some overcharging opportunities. Mephi avoids, Sir Louis' ACU sneaks by. It's going to run against the exposed base of Sir Louis. This is good stuff from Mephi. Now Mephi moving in, he's also got some flak. I'm not sure if it's Tech 2 flak, but there's plenty of Tech 1 flak here. And this could be a problem for Sir Louis. Mephi just methodically taking out mask extractors. But multiple hoplites now in position to play some defense. Good aggression, no Tech 1 point defenses yet. But a retreat from Sir Louis. And you can see how Mephi completely turned this on its head. The only advantage really Sir Louis has is the islands that he got with air. And great use of the shield. See the hoplites that get close, they get killed very quickly. But a full retreat, and here is another force from Mephi. So Mephi showing why he's such a good player against the best. He completely turning the game, and looks like Sir Louis went with Tech to air. This is where a lot of his mass went. If anybody's wondering why his forces are so small compared to Mephi's, it's because he's got two different Tech 2 factories. Looks like the Hydra is going to be exposed. And more units coming in for Mephi. Sir Louis does have some nice Tech 2 units to reclaim. And using the range, Sir Louis really does have the better units to micro with. These pillars very good in close range, but they're not very quick. And if a player doesn't make a mistake against you, can be in good shape. Also Tech 2 flak here from Mephi. Mephi with some overcharges. It looks like he's teasing Sir Louis to move in closer, and that's exactly what Mephi wants. Though he's getting hit by Tech 2 bombers as well, and water is really not an option for Mephi given Tech 2 air. You might see some torpedo bombers from Sir Louis, some reinforcements now for Mephi. Mephi forced into the water, 28 kills. And nothing happening here on the other side. It'd be nice to see a couple of units sneak in. It looks like Sir Louis is anticipating that, a team of 3. I'm going to try to hold down the top side. Mephi 31 kills, is forced into the water. And map control quite even. But Mephi definitely at an advantage on the mainland, you could say. And in terms of air, it's looks like Mephi beginning to take air back, and if he takes air, that denies the Tech 2 air factory. We can see more power for Sir Louis because he needs that. The power is air, Tech 2 air. One thing about the Tech 2 bombers from Cybran, they are quite good at bombing, but in terms of anti-air, they're not nearly as good as either the Seraphim or the EF Tech 2 bomber. Or, of course, the Swift Wind from Aeon, by far the best. Mephi out of the water, getting some more kills. And here, Sir Louis really staying in this game with his micro. If it was a regular player not microing these hoplites as well as Sir Louis, and here Sir Louis almost making a mistake. If those hoplites get close, they get killed very quick. Just got out in time. This is really a chess match now. Who can make a mistake in terms of positioning? Great point defense from Sir Louis, still no kills. It's going to get perhaps the first kill. But it's really denying a lot of opportunities for Mephi to go in through the other side. Here comes a shield with these pillars. One thing surprising perhaps, no mongoose for Mephi. He's sticking with the pillars. The cost on those is very similar, and the Mongoose much longer range. Of course, the Pillar's a little better up close. Big assault there from Sir Louis. Mephi has plenty of Tech 2 for close range combat. Looks like Mephi shooting Tech to flak there for some reason. Wasted quite a few shots, and it did look like the Cybrans did take the worst of that battle, but Mephi is just going to go ahead and retreat. A lot of good reclamation for Sir Louis. And looks like Sir Louis taking air back. I don't see any Tech 2 mask extractors yet, but it appears that Mephi is going with Tech 3. Tech 3 land, no upgraded mass, which is quite crazy. And Mephi trying to steal some of this mass. And looking at the reclamation, Sir Louis 6800, big power problems. Well, Mephi at 3500, so nearly double for Sir Louis. And here comes a stealth field for Sir Louis, stealth versus shield. No upgrades yet for either ACU. Some scouting from Sir Louis, and he is going to see this factory nearly at Tech 3. And against Tech 3 it's going to be very difficult, although Hoplite still will outrange anything that Mephi will have, so the option with Tech 3 now, we do see flak, and then perhaps the Titans. The Titans very quick, and in close range will dominate anything. Of course, one Tech 3 already here across the pond will make it very difficult for Cybran, who do not have shields, so all that splash from a single Tech 3 already be very devastating. I'm not really sure if that's what Mephi's thinking. He's definitely thinking Titans. Definitely a good unit, but of course we're only vulnerable against the good AC with no overcharge. Sir Louis is now going to get an upgrade, and the gun is probably going to be very good, especially against Tech 3. And here this Tech 1 point defense, no kills for Sir Louis. Did serve its purpose, but now it's dead, which is now going to make Sir Louis' life very difficult. He's going to have to defend two different positions. Looking at Sir Louis' base, he's got some Tech 2 gunships standing by, although with Tech 2 flak in the field, they'll be quite limited. Perhaps some Tech 2 bombers would be better. Just sniping some of this power would be a very good option for Sir Louis. That would deny any kind of shields. And you can see two Titans and a shield, a bunch of pillars. Mephi coming out of the water, perhaps ready for an assault. Sir Louis nearly done with his upgrade. Should be very timely. That would be an interesting battle. You can see Sir Louis choosing not to go Tech 3. He's just spamming a whole bunch of hoplites. Now the gunships for Sir Louis going all the way on the outside. Looks like they're going to go on a raid, see how much damage they can cause to kill off the Hydra very quickly. And it looks like they're going after power, so flak is absolutely necessary. And it's in the middle of a Percy build, and looks like a half a Percy was cancelled. If he forced to cancel the Percy, he's going to get flak, but that's absolutely critical, because he did lose a lot of power there. Still has enough, but a good attack there from Sir Louis. And that was right before the attack. It's a very good timing. Looks like Tech 2 for Mephi's ACU. He's got some Tech 2 point defenses together with the Titans. But Mephi no longer has his shields. Of course, Titans also need power to have their shields. So if you completely lose power, these Titans become much worse than they are. So Sir Louis, realizing that, it went after the Mephi's power. Some great overcharges there with the upgraded ACU. Saw one Titan get killed. 3 kills on Tech 2 point defense. Mephi though with multiple forces here. This is just a Tech 2 force going around the outside. Some rhinos now from Sir Louis. Tech 2 point defense still alive, forcing Sir Louis' ACU away, and actually Sir Louis at 4,000 health. And this is a big hoplite force together with stealth, something to definitely respect. You can see Mephi retreating, and his forces a little smaller than they were just a little while ago. You can see a Percy, multiple Percys now for Mephi. Mephi 42 kills. Actually on an assault here from Sir Louis. You see great micro from Sir Louis, leading with his Tech 2 tanks, followed by hoplites. This is like the Tech 2 version of tanks and arty. You see all the health up front with lasers, short range, and that force from Mephi just disappeared. When you use Cybran with the proper micro, although this is a massive Tech 2 force, it's gonna take a lot to stop that. I don't know if Mephi has what it takes to stop that force. He's got a Percy, a very low fire rate, so it will one shot, one kill anything here, but actually it looks like that was a miss. Yeah, this is going to be quite devastating. 2 kills for the Percy, but you can see so much firepower. And this is game over for Mephi's base. Sir Louis just walked up the top and killed everything. So the Tech 3 may have been a mistake from Mephi. So it was numbers of Tech 2 versus low numbers of Tech 3, and it really Sir Louis bought himself a lot of time by hitting the power. Mephi was ready to get an attack going, but wasn't able to because his shields are down. Titans for Mephi still alive, but Mephi's base is dead. See, all those Titans just got destroyed. Mephi only has his ACU, and it's game over here, minute 26. Mephi's gonna sit in the water and self-destruct. A great game from Sir Louis beating excellent player Mephi. We saw Sir Louis play excellent the whole game. The early raiding, taking out the outsides, and that final attack against the power. Getting himself a little bit of time and moving through the side with Tech 2 against Tech 3. Excellent play.